not initially signed the Sony deal after the success from X Factor, how do you think the career would have differed?
Oh, mate.
Have you ever thought about that?
No, I've never thought of that. I remember being at X Factor and it was getting down to like the final 3, so top 3. And I had a guy that came over from Sony and he came and spoke with me. I was standing outside and I look now and realize he really was just like buttering me up.
Yeah.
Making me feel like I was going to be the next. Oh yeah. I was going to be the next biggest thing. And like I would just do something. He's like, you're just cool, mate. Even what you did then. He's like, you're just cool. And like the things like that. And I was a little bit like, you're like, I'm not a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not getting it. You're being too nice to me right now. So I remember him sort of that and trying to make me comfortable with him. And then I remember signing with them. But if I didn't sign with them, I have no idea. I wondered if one thing they did provide was some amazing connections with songwriters. So I loved writing music. I wrote nearly like everything with other writers. So having that connection was pretty amazing. But I'm sure I would have figured something out, It was a pretty crazy time. But if I hadn't have gone on the show, like if I hadn't have signed, I might not have been anywhere near as successful as I am.
Yeah, I wonder.
But
there's a lot of independent artists nowadays. I think it was not as clear, 10, 15 years ago. It was a lot harder to be independent than it is now.
It was just at the brim where it was like how I would promote a gig is I'd put up a photo of me like this and I'd like come to this gig and then boom, sold out. Like it's so different now. Like there's so much, there's so much it's just so crowded now, It was a different ball game back then. Yeah. It was just a different time. But yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, if I went on a show now, I've thought about this. If I went on a show or if I just if I had a song that, that did take off, I know what I'd need to do.
What would you do? Run me through the playbook.
Sorry?
Run me through the playbook.
Okay. All right. So if a song was to take off, right?
So let's start from the start. Mm-hmm. So what would you be writing in the first place? What kind of music do you want to write right now that you think would be A, in line with you, and B, have space to actually hit?
Yeah. Well, the way my music is written now it can be similar to how it was, but it's production that makes everything different. So with a song, like melodically is the most important thing, is the earworm and making sure it's like catchy. But it's, that's what for me is, it needs to be a constant, like it needs to be sitting there in someone's, frontal lobe. It's just like constantly there. But I actually think the lyrics are way more important, but they just don't come first. I kind of just find that the melody first, I'm like, oh, this is good. And then you kind of fit the words that just work towards that vibe of the song.
So the words always second?
There's no rules to it. But most of the time when I'm writing, it's like I'm hearing the melody first of what's catchy or what's going to be interesting or what's going to be, oh, that's nice. Or like, it might just be the way I sing something. It might be a vowel, or it might be like, there's something that resonates more. I'm like, oh, that's money right there. That's the shot that's like, that is, that's what they say. Like whenever you're recording with someone, you hit a note, they're like, money. It's like, there's just something about the song that when it's certain words that are phrased or how it's sung, you just know when you hear it, you're like, oh, it's just real.
Right. It resonates right.
As soon as it's real and it connects, all my stuff's very like, it's very like, it's in the feels, it's very depressing, it's very like love song, but that's sort of changing a little bit now. Yeah, it's a little bit more, it's a little different now. So, but it's I'm working on it at the moment. So I had my first recording session. I hadn't done it in a long time, and it's just sounding great. I'm just excited about it. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So to continue on from the idea that you were saying, you've got the song.
Yeah.
What would you then do as an independent artist to make this hit?
Yeah. So if I'm going to be, if a song's going to hit, you have to, first of all, you have to do, I would make sure I have bulk recorded content that's all based around the song.
So what kind of content?
The content would be varying from live performances of the song to then putting in the background of just performances. I'd make sure I'm filming everything. It's not just filming a performance, it's filming like getting to the airport, it's getting on the flight, it's sound check, it's meeting all the people. You just want to be a fly on the wall and constantly just putting out performances and just I just make it high energy clips of what people are either about to come and watch or what they're missing out on.
Yeah.
And
so FOMO is really important.
I think so. But also like, as long as what you're giving is also just valuable, like, you know, you want people to want to like this song as much as you do. You know, I also think ChatGPT is amazing for an independent artist. You can literally type in, give me a 30-day plan of being an independent artist of what I need to create, and it spits out some gold.
Really?
For you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So those, having that as well, is just, but I'm also figuring it out as well. You know, I've been doing it for a long time where I've learnt what's good, what's not good. So, I'm figuring it out as well.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just about to get a bunch of songs recorded. I'm able to have released because they were withholding them from when I was at Sony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't release anything.
For 10 years?
Yeah, I couldn't release them, and finally I sent an email just saying like these songs. Like I just listed a couple that I liked. Like I just said I just wanted these. I think there was like 7 or 8.
But you hadn't. Well, how does that even work?
Well,
because they paid for the recording?
And they own the masters. So
they own the masters of all music recorded in a certain period.
Correct.
Even if they don't get released.
Correct. Yeah. So I have to re-record them. So I have to fully re-record them to be able to have those songs be my own, which was good in the end anyway, because I actually wanted to re-record them to freshen them up anyway. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and you have to check with all the writers and get approved that you can release that. And some of these songs, I remember there was one song we did at a writing camp. There would have been there was one song that was like 3 songs that I'd written, but I only like certain sections of them, and I put them all together. And like in these sessions, like there's 5 people in that one, there's 2 in that one, there's 4 in that one. And you're like, who? I'm trying to remember all these people, so.
Can you just release it and then deal with it on the back end?
It's a good question.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
That was something that I think I did with a song called Love Somebody. And
then you got in trouble?
No, I didn't get in trouble, but someone reached out and said, oh, so great to hear. And I'd gone through everyone I thought had written on it. There was about 3 people, but I didn't realize there was someone else. And so I had to put them on the song as well. So
did they get upset?
No, they were just stoked the song was released.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So, once we cleared that up, I was like, okay, great, no worries. So I
pretty much just like send it.
Yeah.
And if someone reaches out, just figure it out on the back end.
Definitely. This is not good advice for anyone. But it's something that I'm trying to figure out as I go. But it's going.
Sue me. Yeah. Don't sue us. Please don't sue us.
Please don't. I'm an independent artist. All right.
Okay, so just to recap, the focus is like when you've got music that has like a ring to it that really like imprints on people's brain, and then you feel like it's a solid one, like banging out as much content as you possibly can behind the scenes.
You need an 8-week plan as well.
8 weeks?
You can't.
You think 8 weeks is the appropriate
I would say as soon as you want to release a song, you can't just release it onto Spotify and just hope for the best, fingers crossed. Like,
so how long pre-release and how long
I'd
post-release
say,
would you say?
At minimum 6 weeks, but it would be 8 weeks.
Pre-release?
Yep, pre-release.
And then how long would you do post-release of marketing it?
Oh, I'd be marketing that's a good question. That's something we're trying to figure out as well. Because the thing is, you want to go, hey, I've got a song coming out on this date. People just, their attention span, no one cares. If you go, I'm dropping it.
The pre-saves are interesting though, like building the pre-saves up.
Yeah, that's where if you build a client, like if you build a good fan base online where you can tell them this song's coming out, like go on when someone pre-saves your song, it's really good for the algorithm, for Spotify to know that this song's, there's something bubbling here. Mm-hmm. And also to get on playlists. Like you need it, so as soon as that song's released, you'll be going on a bunch of playlists. So for my, style that's acoustic singer-songwriter, all those kind of things might be beachy, acoustic playlist to cafe playlist to this, but you never know.
Are you reaching out to all of these playlists beforehand?
Correct.
Ahead of time or after it's released?
Both.
Okay.
Both. And that's something where I'm learning all of this. This is something my manager definitely takes hold of. But that's something I'm about to figure out because I haven't released something in a while. So it's probably, you're throwing me in the deep end because I'm trying to figure it out at the same time.
Good.
But so I can, once it happens, I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I'm thinking of it's a similar approach to the podcast. Like you release a piece of content and then you just like snip it up bits and promote those bits as much as you can.
Yeah.
It's funny how different the medium, like the media landscape is these days. Like you can just have a clip that goes viral that completely turns a song into a hit. I don't know, this is like a similar thing. Recently I played a pretty solid set at Beyond the Valley and I was like smashing content on it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm like slowly learning how to use Premiere Pro and
great.
Just like this is a good skill. I feel like this is useful.
It's really useful.
I'm gonna start like making some effort. Even though I've got editors, like, I'm gonna learn the basics. Yeah. So I know the basics and don't have to rely on it.
Do you use CapCut as well?
Not really. Okay. Premiere Pro mainly.
Yeah, that's good.
But I made a bunch of edits and one of these things I've been playing around with is this live like mashup of like a song over another song, and I've done it like 10 times and it's kind of cool.
And it goes off?
We happened to record it properly this time and I like put it out, and now on that reel alone on Instagram has got like 500,000 views and on TikTok's got 500,000 views.
No way.
So and off, even though and I've just like the call to action's been like here's what to search on YouTube for the full set, and like across Spotify and SoundCloud, they're not big numbers because I don't have a big following in the DJing front, but like there's probably nearly 10,000 views across both of them.
It's amazing.
Which is interesting.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
There's a guy that I found out about as well. I when I was recording the other day, a guy came in to also record, and I need to look this up because I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah.
Oh, Bliss and Esso. Do you know those guys?
Esso, yeah.
So I was chatting with with one of the guys from the label there, and he was talking about an artist who's a DJ, right? Now, I can't remember his name, but you probably know of him. He was basically, it got to the point where like he was, a year ago, he was really just he was a no one, but he tried this new song out in a set and someone filmed it and they sent it to him. It was a 9-second clip. He thought, I'll just chuck it up. Like in 2 days, had 9.2 million views on it. Completely changed his career just from this 9-second clip. And now he does pop-up shows all over the world.
Tobias.
Sorry?
Is it Tobias?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy?
Yeah, I know the guy.
All right. Have you met him before?
No, but I know the songs.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he blew up.
Yeah, blew up. And I heard a story that was like, he's got, to his credit, he's got an amazing manager. His manager...
Who's the manager?
His name. It's a really interesting name. It's like, are you trying to find, are you Googling it? Let me know, because it's like...
I don't know. Might struggle.
Okay. But anyway, his manager is really switched on, and he's YouTube approached them and said they wanted billboards up all through Times Square in New York City, and he turned it down. He said no. And he was like, they were like, why? He goes, we want him to feel he's being found organically right now. We don't want it to feel like it's rushed. It's just not the right thing yet. Like balls of steel. Like that's crazy. And similar thing happened where he got asked to headline a festival, and he got offered, a really nice paycheck, and they said no, because it just wasn't right yet. They still wanted to feel organic, and that people were still finding him. And to his credit, it's worked in his favor, because now he gets asked probably like to do the same thing for nearly 3 times the amount. So